Okay, let me just move this a little bit this way so you can both see me. Hi guys, hi. This is Eva from Bay Harbor Med Spa, Miami and Atlanta. Let's wait if a couple of people are coming so I can share some interesting information, and so you know that you're not the only one that suffers from hormonally induced facial hair, which is such a big thing, in particular when it comes to women and when it comes to PCOS and endometriosis and black women. This is like a huge problem. So let me just very quickly, I will try to bring this subject to life and explain to everybody why hormonal induced facial hair, unwanted facial hair, are actually very much the same thing as HRT induced hormone replacement therapy induced unwanted facial hair. So let me just explain to you. Anything in the human body, in women's bodies, that is induced by hormones and stimulated by hormones, and in this particular case, it's the human hair, will be very visible and very fast forward. It will be visual, it will be visible, it will be unpleasant, it will be causing a lot of discomfort, a lot of insecurities in women. And I speak to you as somebody who treats black women, black skin, all women over 40 years. I did electrolysis before laser even existed. That was way over 40 years ago. I do electrolysis, I do laser hair removal. These are the two permanent methods of hair removal. But it is very important to understand, hi Anu, hi, but it's very important to understand the difference and what is happening, why hormone-induced facial hair can happen at any age, Hi, so I want to explain something to you. And I'm going to speak about myself because it is very important that you understand that I'm not only speaking at you or to you, but I'm speaking from my own experience, and I'm going to share something with you. So a majority of black women in the United States, and I assume it happens today all over the world, the majority of black women suffer from unwanted facial hair. A majority of black women in America would be close to 70%. And they suffer from hormonal imbalances. They suffer from something called PCOS, endometriosis, Hashimoto disease, thyroid condition, diabetes. There are many conditions that cause women to grow facial hair and have unwanted hair. Unfortunately, in many places, many states in the United States, black women are still, and white women in this case, hi guys, and white women in this case too. If you live in a rural area of Georgia or Alabama or Mississippi or Tennessee, the deep South, you're pretty much out of luck to find somebody that, number one, understands your problem, number two, can treat you, number three, can suggest to you what to do. Well, I come into the picture to do exactly that. I am coming to explain you how this happens, what can help you, what you should do about it. But I am today going to talk about myself as well. And I'm going to talk about HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy. And as you can see, I assume you can see, but take my word for it, I am not hairy. I don't have any hair. But I want to share something with you. So as a woman, you know that your hormones work. Otherwise, if your hormones didn't work, you couldn't live. But let's say that you, under normal circumstances, we all have estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone. Women have more estrogen and progesterone, less testosterone. In the vice versa, men have more testosterone, less progesterone, estrogen. On some men, you actually can see that they develop breasts. and then they have an imbalance also, that so they have elevated female hormones. But here is something that I want to tell you, and I want everybody to pay attention, how related unwanted hair is to hormones. So I went well over 50, okay? And let's just talk on it from an anatomical point of view, okay? And I'm going to talk about myself, and I'm going to talk about my daughter. So I'm not talking about you, although the same story applies to all of you. So I have a daughter who suffered from age 14 for 30 years from PCOS endometriosis, lost 70% of all her organs at 18 surgeries, lived for nearly 30 years in tremendous, tremendous agony and pain. And for the better part of 25 years, I was injecting her with morphine every single month because the pain was excruciating. I'm not going to go into the details because I made other videos about PCOS and then endometriosis, what it does to a woman's body. But any woman that suffered from PCOS and then went to the next stage to endometriosis knows exactly what I'm talking about, how painful it is, how debilitating it is, right? So you, not only that you have irregular period, not only that you have tremendous pain where you menstruate, not only that very often you have very heavy clots, you also get hairy, and you become hairy from your forehead to your toes. And on top of that, you gain 200 pounds as well. So all that goes into the same picture of women that suffer from PCOS endometriosis. But what does it equal? It equals it equals hormonal imbalance, right? Now pay attention. And now I come into the picture. So I did not have hormonal imbalance. I did not have PCOS. I did not have endometriosis. I aged exactly like a normal woman would, and when I reached in my 50s, I lost my period. But in order for my brain to stay the way it is, in order for my body to stay the way it is, I chose, and this is my personal preference, to go on HRT. HRT is hormone replacement therapy. And I am on hormone replacement therapy nearly 20 years. And what hormone replacement therapy does to the human body, to a woman, if indeed you are treated by a specialist who really understands what hormone replacement therapy is supposed to do, and they monitor you, they give you back the hormones that you lost. So women lose estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Testosterone is a very strong hormone. Testosterone will be the last one to be lost, but you lose it. So when you lose your period, so let's say a woman goes from 14 and then she goes like this, the hormones go like this. And then when you reach 30, it does this. And sort of for a while it goes like this. And then when you go to 40, it starts doing this, right? And then the hormones start going down. And then you reach 50 and suddenly this is going down and you lose your period and it does this and it falls. And now you lost all your hormones. My personal belief, and so is scientific belief, is that most likely the link between Parkinson, the link between Alzheimer's in women is the drastic drop in hormones. And if you just think about in prehistoric times, we didn't live till 80 or 90. We lived, if we were in 45, that was a lot. So we didn't have this problem. We still had our periods, the brains work, but then that's it, it was over. Today we live much longer, and this needs to be working, and the body needs to be working. So for me personally, I chose to go on hormone replacement therapy. And I went and I did blood work, and I found specialists. And we are talking now about 19, 20 years backwards. And I was put on hormone replacement therapy by giving me progesterone, estrogen, and testosterone. And these hormones brought me back to the level of being 45, guys. So as far as my hormone level, my body is at a level of age of 45. That's where I am. Chronologically, no. Chronologically, I am much older. But as far as my hormones, so I'm somewhere here around 45. My brain is maybe around 40. Because I'm taking hormone replacement therapy. But here's something that I want everybody to understand. So, first of all, guys, in reality, I'm well over 60. Well over 60. And when you get older, everybody knows after 40 you start getting gray hair. My hair by nature is white. It's not red or brown. I dye my hair because I dyed my hair my whole life. I didn't like the color of my hair when I was young at 16, so I always went since 16. I dyed my hair. I obviously don't like white color, so I don't want to do white hair, so I dye my hair. But my hair is white. That's just reality. It's just we can't go away from that. And so under normal circumstances, my hair on my face, if I had regular facial hair and if I didn't take hormone replacement therapy, that means I didn't take estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, I would get some hairs, because remember I said testosterone is the last hormone that we lose, but there's still a little bit there, and then that hormone is responsible for unwanted hair. So just hold on for a second. Just hold on for a second. Yanushka, come sit. I have to finish a conversation on video live. But if you want, take the dress, it's hanging here. I'm sorry, guys. I just had a client that came in, so I just had to do something. So I'm going back to the subject. So when you take a hormone replacement therapy, you are moving, and particularly your testosterone levels are going up. And so I said, so at my age, I should have white hair, but I notice now, and that's years later, that I am getting, because I'm taking estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, I'm getting here and there few hairs, and they are black. So I'm getting like 2-3 hairs here, 1 hair here, and they are black, which is very clear to me that it has to do with the hormone replacement therapy that I'm taking with the hormones, and my body is working as if my body was in its 40s. So this is very important to understand. So whether you are doing hormone replacement therapy, which is exactly related to the same thing as having a hormonal imbalance, when you have PCOS, endometriosis, Hashimoto's disease, diabetes, and so forth, when you do both, in both circumstances, you get unwanted hair. In my case, when you do HRT, you don't get that amount of heavy hair growth. However, when you have hormonal imbalance under normal circumstances, you do have excessive unwanted hair, and you get ingrown hair, and you get discoloration. And so I am coming to tell you right now that if you are in the category of a woman or a black woman or dark woman that has unwanted hair, that has ingrown hair, please listen to me. There is a solution. And the solution is Nd:YAG laser. The Nd:YAG laser is the only FDA-approved laser for dark and black skin. This is the only laser that can safely treat black women and black men that have unwanted hair, to destroy the hair follicle and not to burn your skin. I do this. I specialize in this over 40 years. So right now, I'm in my Miami Beach in my Bay Harbor clinic. I have another clinic. I'm leaving next week to Georgia. So I have another clinic in Georgia. And I treat black people, black women, black men. People come either to Miami or Atlanta is a little bit shorter drive or flight, cheaper. And I have people come to Atlanta from all over the United States, because it's cheaper to fly to Atlanta than it is to Miami. And women come to see me because I am the #1 black skincare expert in the United States. So for unwanted hair, so for hormonal imbalances, so for discoloration, so for skin treatments, anything and everything that pertains to human skin and hair on the body, on the face, I treat. So I wanted to share this with you very, very quickly and let you know that there is a solution. Don't despair. There is a solution. Do I understand you? 100%. I understand you because I have one child. And my daughter suffered from hormonal imbalances, suffered from PCOS, endometriosis, and was hairy from here to her toes, and was overweight, and suffered for nearly 30 years, minus 18 surgeries. So do I understand it? Yeah. Do I know how to treat it? Yes. And my daughter has darker skin, so the first laser that I bought for dark skin was for my only child, because I wanted to get rid of her hair and make her life a little bit better. So do I understand? Absolutely. Do I want you to understand that this is not your fault and gaining weight is not your fault? Or not entirely your fault? Of course, if you eat stuff that will make you gain weight, but it is a hormonal problem. Thank you for the hearts. It is a hormonal problem. It is an issue, guys. Stop beating yourself up about this. Stop hurting yourself. Stop listening to people who tell you it's your fault. Go on a diet. Your PCOS will go away. Your endometriosis will go away. It's bullshit. It's a lie. It's not true. Stop beating yourself up when they tell you lose weight. You can't lose weight. It's a serious problem. There's a blockage. There's something that's happening. And I am telling you that one of these days, maybe 4, 5, 6 years, there will be science out that will prove that there's something in the brain, that something happens in the brain that blocks a woman that suffer from hormonal imbalances to lose weight. But we are beating women for this, and there is no need for it. So I can at least help you, and I can at least tell you that I can treat you, I can help you, there is help. My phone number, guys, is 305-864-3333. 305-864-3333. If you want to talk to me, if you want to have an appointment or a consultation, if you suffer from unwanted hair, if you suffer from discoloration, by all means, give me a call. Again, I live in Miami, but I go to Georgia. I will be in Georgia next week. So if anybody would like to come to see me in Georgia, or anybody would like to see me in Miami, you have my telephone number. Feel free to contact me at 305-864-3333. And I hope that my information gives hope to some people. I hope that women will stop beating themselves up, and other people will stop beating women up about being overweight, about being hairy. And remember, tweezing is not a solution. Threading is not a solution. Waxing is definitely not a solution, particularly on dark skin, which will only discolor your skin. And discoloration, bleaching your skin, you're only hurting yourself. But I have other videos about the subject. So if you have discoloration, I can help you with the discoloration. I have products specifically for black skin for discoloration. However, we always have to address the culprit. Why do you have discoloration? What's the culprit of the discoloration? Which is usually hair, and you are tweezing, and you're pinching the skin, and you're creating wounds and discoloration. Guys, I am leaving now. I'm going because somebody is waiting for me. And I thank you, and I wish you a wonderful weekend. And ciao. I will be back again. And if you have questions, just text me or leave messages, and I will answer them. Ciao, guys. Ciao. Ciao, YouTube. Ciao, crap. Bye-bye.